MarketShare has really helped, all of these Fortune 500 companies make more effective, better decisions in essence as a result of the analytics and the data. So can you share a little bit with me about that journey to where you are today? And I'd love to hear more about what's ahead.
MarketShare has been created primarily out of the notion that it's never been more complex for marketers to understand what's working and what's not. There's a lot of quackery out there in terms of models and analytics and attribution. There's a lot of silo-centric solutions that companies are trying to roll up to create a single version of the truth of what's truly driving revenue. So the CFO of one of our big clients told me best. He said, if I added up the ROIs of each of these silos, the company's twice as big as it actually is. And that's something that we see pervasively, that there's a big disconnect between marketing and finance in many companies. So what we figured out how to do is leverage big data, cloud-based computing, and CMO level access to actually create a solution that helps companies make better decisions about where they put their next dollar or euro or yen. If I invest this much money in this particular activity, this is what we're going to get from a P&L standpoint. So linking the actual investment to a sale is very important to help bring not only more credibility to marketing, but also to help companies make 20, 30, 40% improvements in their marketing effectiveness in the first year.
What does success look like ultimately for MarketShare?
Personally, my objective is to continue to evangelize the need for much more advanced analytics. I call it sophistication at scale. What we're doing is bringing a whole new level of analytics to global organizations to help them make better decisions and doing it in a scale-based way. And part of the challenge for us is continuing to pollinate as many of these companies as possible. We've got hundreds of companies on the platform already spending a significant amount of money, but the payback has been dramatic for them. Our mission is to continue to accelerate the adoption of this analytics solution on a global basis. So the more companies that are using this, the better performance they get. And I think about the big picture of the ripple effect. If we can help one of our clients, say a car company, actually get so much more performance that they have to open another factory, for instance, that they have to hire more people, that our parents who have invested in their stock are actually seeing a yield. That stuff's very meaningful. The ripple effect of what we're doing by providing access to software as a service, providing access to big data for the first time for these companies, is having a very material effect on companies and on the ecosystem. So that's long term. We will likely, I'd say probably in the next 2 years, have a public offering. About a year ago, I got asked by Harvard Business Review to write an article on next-gen analytics and how it's actually impacting businesses. And so that article thankfully became the cover story and is all about this topic of companies migrating from less sophisticated ways of marketing to more sophisticated use of analytics to actually drive day-to-day decision making. That's a big shift. Companies have historically used analytics and models for maybe once every 6 months, once every 12 months backward-looking views. All of a sudden, to give them a technology platform that is giving them real-time course correction recommendations is completely changing the game for these companies. So the mission for the business is how do we get more companies on that platform and using it, and how do we do it at scale on a global basis. We're already in 45 countries. We're already directing, this year we'll direct over $60 billion of advertising through on behalf of our clients. So we're by far the largest company in this space. We want to continue to accelerate that success. And the challenge has been getting the math right, getting the technology right, and getting the industry know-how right. Getting that balance of that three-legged stool has been very important, because you can have great technology, but if your math is crap, then it doesn't have the impact that you need to have. Or if you have great math, but if it doesn't scale on a global basis through technology, and you can't handle truly large data sets, then that's not very useful either. So we figured out a way to get all those things working, and it's not been easy, but we've sorted that out, and we're really on a scale mission right now.